Welcome to OZTV. Here we talk about everything that you need to know. We talk about family, we talk about relationships, we talk about children, homes. We talk about virtually everything. So I want you to subscribe, like, comment, click on the notification bell for more videos coming up, and watch out for a new show coming up called Spit It All. Thank you. Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ozioma Anajiku, and today I want to talk about understanding people's space. Okay? People are different, and the way they handle a lot of things in their lives are equally different. There are some people that are very private, and there are people that are very, out there. So for someone to want to withdraw or keep to their self for reasons best known to them doesn't mean that they have a grudge with their friend or whoever around them. Sometimes the people that are, normally like that, they seem to like to keep to themselves to be able to reflect on a lot of things in their lives. That private time is really key to them. They want to use that time to reflect on a lot of things that happens in their life. They use that private time to think things through. But a lot of people that are really private, that love to keep to themselves, they are misunderstood. They think they are arrogant, they think they are full of themselves. People misjudge them. You understand? With the way they live their life. A lot of people don't want people to be all up in their space. Despite the fact that they love to do they give you some information about them, but they don't want you all up in their space, so they want to keep some private things to themselves. That doesn't make them arrogant, that doesn't make them full of themselves, that doesn't make them, you see them as someone that pushes people away. It's just the kind of person that they are. I use myself as an example. I'm a very playful person. I play a lot, I do a lot of things, and people people that know me for me are people that are around me. When you see me from afar, you may think that I'm a very social person, that I'm out there, but I'm actually a very private person. I keep to myself a lot. I like to observe my environment. I like to know when I'm supposed to be in a particular place at a particular time. I'm very, very picky with a lot of things. And people kind of misunderstand you because you are just like that. And sometimes you just want to be left alone. You just want to be on your own. You need to think. You need to, kind of reevaluate a lot of things around you in your life. But that doesn't really mean that you are full of yourself or that you don't like to socialize. It just means that you have a different kind of way of socializing. You are comfortable in your own skin. You like doing things your own way. And people like that, they are not someone that can be easily influenced. They make decisions by themselves. I, for one, I have a very strong discerning spirit. When I come to a place, I know when I'm supposed to be there and when I'm supposed to leave. If somewhere is not, if that space is not something that I want to, if that's not a space I want to be around, I will just withdraw myself. But that doesn't mean that you've done anything to me, or that doesn't mean that I'm pushing you away. It's just that I just want to be left in my space. You understand? So a lot of people misunderstand that. They think that people that want to keep their private lives, a certain kind of private thing about themselves private, they see that as being arrogant. That you want to put everything about you out there. It doesn't mean that I have to put everything about me out there, because we're two individuals. But it doesn't mean that we are fighting over anything. It doesn't mean that you're upset about the way you're living your life. You have the right to do things your own way, and I have the right to do things my own way, but that doesn't mean that there's a kind of rift that should come in between that. There should be some kind of an understanding, because we are coming from different homes. You understand? We manage things differently. That you're doing something a certain way doesn't mean I should do it that way. That I do it that certain way doesn't mean you should do it that way. You understand me? So we need to get, strike a balance in friendship, even in marriage. Sometimes if you're always having misunderstanding with your spouse, there are some people that like to discuss such issues with families, with friends. And there are some people that want to sit back, think things through, reevaluate everything, know where they're going wrong, know where their spouse is going wrong, try to figure it out by themselves. There are some people that don't want everyone to be all up in their business. You understand me? So it cuts across family, marriage, relationship, everything in life. So that someone is trying to keep to their self because that's the way they are, doesn't mean that they're proud, doesn't mean that they're arrogant, doesn't mean that they're rude, or that they don't want to give you that information. That you're sharing yours doesn't mean I should share mine. That's just it. But there's no reason for one to judge another based on that, or think that the person is not being friendly, or that the person doesn't love you, or the person is not being open to you. People are different. People can't be the same. You understand? Just like you have a different name, I have a different name, you came from a different background, I came from a different background. That is how our lives are. Every life can be the same, everything can be the same, everyone can shine the same time, everything has time. Okay? So even if the person wants to give you that kind of information, maybe the person wants to be sure that you're the kind of person that she or he should share such an information with. Looking at what happens in this world now, you need to know who you are giving some personal information to. If you don't want to be in having problems with people, I would suggest you keep that to yourself. It will save you a whole lot of drama. And the less people talk about things that are private to them, the better. You understand? Sometimes when you sit back, when you have your alone time, it helps you to think deep. It helps you to do things, that people don't even expect. Because when you're out there talking about everything that concerns you, even before you know what you're supposed to do, you have given the information out and you can't even do anything. You don't know who's around you. So sometimes you need to learn to keep to yourself, have some alone time. It helps. It's like a therapy. This life is so short. It's like a shadow or a mist that passes away so fast. So you don't want people to define the kind of person you are. If you're a private person, even if you're not private, even if you're social, even if you're out there and there's some things, or sometimes you want to stay alone, you want to cut a lot of things around you and reflect on a lot of things that keep to yourself, it's welcome, it's okay. People shouldn't judge you for that. People sometimes need that in their lives to kind of reassess their self and people around them. It helps a lot. I'm just saying this because a lot of people misunderstand me. They think that initially they see you as a very playful person. I'm very playful actually, but I'm very, very picky. I'm very, very detailed. But people confuse the two. When they see you playful, they see you doing a lot of things out there, And then you show them that side of you that I can be playful, but then there's some boundaries that everything has time. You set some boundaries and you let them know that there are boundaries when it comes to you. They can't seem to understand that because they think the way they see you out there is just the way you are. People have, personalities that only when you come close to them, you get to know. And that is what will set you aside from the crowd. People need to understand that there are time for everything. That you laugh all the time or that you play all the time doesn't mean that you live your life laughing away everything. There are some serious times. There are some times you need to set some, standards, some boundaries. You need to, withdraw yourself and then think. That's how it should be. And people shouldn't misunderstand people like that for arrogance or pride or being so full of themselves. It's just the way they are. They can't change it. So understanding has to come to play in this issue. Because no two person is the same. Even twins, they are not the same. They have their own personalities. So you need to get to know the person for who they really are before you judge. Because people are really quick to judge you. Okay? I know a lot of people will relate to what I'm saying. No one can change for you. This life is like a shadow and a mist. Live it the way you want. Okay? I love you guys. Bye-bye.